following is a special MRE Uno presentation, Division 1, Super League 2024. Ghost versus Chomik. The fastest in the West versus the young boss. Both knew what they were getting into in the Agoras at the flea markets last week. For Ghost, something simple turned into a complex project. A D2 champion rattled his cage, but his cage is fresh and ready for blood. Ghost knows that this is going to be a challenge because the young boss doesn't care about what's ahead. He's going to strike. He got his revenge against Nam. Down 2-1, down to his last strike. He found a way, like the statues above, to get the 4-2 and secure the 3 points. Now the points leader, the pressure turns. It turns into a fire above. Chomik will be ready. Young Hefe is ready. But how will the fastest in the West cope with one of the most lethal styles in the league? It's split ammo. It's the fast, aggressive pace. What's got to give? What will give? We're going to find out tonight. It's week 2 in Athens. A lot on the line. Will the points leader continue his rival's ways? Or will Ghost find a way to get back and take the points lead himself? It's Chomik. It's Ghost. It's California, it's China, it's PST versus CST, and it happens now on MRE Uno. Welcome to week 2, welcome back to Athens, welcome to the Megalos of the Wrath. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with a little Super League After Dark, a little aroma in Athens, as I like to call it, here on the grand stage in Group B. The Group B kickoff for week number 2 presents Chomik and Ghost, or Ghost and Chomik, California versus China. As I said in the introduction, both guys coming off solid weeks in week 1, seeing how they can back it up in week 2. Let's go into that schedule before we get to the group standings. And boy, oh boy, once again, Mr. Houdini has struck again. Lane Houdini takes care of business, down 3-0, 6-0 in clutch games to start his Super League campaign and his Super League rookie trial as he is a rookie. JT up 3-0, seemed to have control over that game, but it was Lane with an insane clutch look to get it back to 3-3. What a move. Now, big talking point here in this game, as of course is Ghost and Chomik. You look at Chomik last week, big win over Nam, down 2-1, down to his last strike, got the job done. Had to struggle with Steven. And that's what's going to be tomorrow on its course. William Brock coming off that bye, right? That week 1 bye. How do you study film? How do you adapt for week 2? We'll see how it goes there. And for Steven, a really good, impressive D1 debut, as he'll go against probably the favorite now after Nam took the bullet in week 1. And then the big one, the nightcap, a little bit less after dark, a little more prime time. I know everyone's going to be excited for this one. The rematch, Toasty-Sanford. For Toasty, it was the infamous, I'm going to drop 35 on you. And then just casually win 4 in a row. Sanford looking to avenge that. He'll make his Super League debut, at least for tomorrow. Right, he's been in Super League before, trying to rewrite the ship after the last year's disaster that was 2023. But that's tomorrow. Let's look at the group standings in Group B. Obviously, I have that. I know short ZPing, but we don't have that. But just kind of picture it. Chomik with a huge win last week. He'll be at the, of course, the +2 goal differential, or game differential, however you call it, with 3 points. And that's a tie between Steven and Ghost, both at 1-0 on the goal differential. And then, of course, Brock coming off the bye island. He'll be 0-0 across the board. And Nam, no points. He'll enter week 3 in a pivotal match, of course, against good old, who is it he's playing here? Now, Ghost. Actually, he'll play Ghost. And he will have to make up that -2 goal diff to try to get back to even, if not maybe jump ahead with a 5-1 or something. But that's tomorrow. Now is here. Let's get to the game chat. Let's go to the scene. It's just going to be me, Caesar, tonight. Sure, I think we'll have some commentary as well. But we'll start it off with Caesar. Caesar, obviously you've had a lot of looks in both of these players throughout the regular season. I know sometimes we can talk about intangibles, we can talk about the fast style. The question I'm going to ask you. It's KT Caesar, man. We're talking about mentality. We should have a podcast call it because you look at this, you look at the mentality of Ghost. He got his cage rattled last week. Let's face it. Steven put up a hell of a performance. If it wasn't for those Plan A wins, he's losing that series 4, maybe in 5-1. He got a little bit of a bailout. Now, Nam and Chomik, what a series that was. But Chomik, similar lane, down 2-1 last strike, wins 3 in a row on his homestand. We see in the Super League, homestands matter. Ask Lane, ask Chomik. Homestands matter. But there was one guy that knows how to right the ship in a different type of way. It was Chomik, where he did beat Nam and took care of business 3 in a row on the road. Do you think this advantages Chomik knowing that he has that pressure mentality built in already? And what do you think Ghost has to do playing Steven, who's the unknown, where Chomik, we know he's going to have a multiple looks, right? Split ammo is always going to be number one priority for him. But he's going to have a little bit more of that game flow, which he really mastered last week. Short, do you have anything to add, my friend? Thoughts on Chomik coming into this game, right? The points leader we saw last night. JT, the points leader. He wasn't riled early, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Your thoughts what he's got to do to maintain the points lead tonight?
Yeah, this is a similar situation to what we had last night. Obviously, Chomik coming in with that lead after the win against Nam, and gotta find a way to not make history repeat itself from Bay. But just last night, obviously Ghost had the draw against Steven last week as well, but it'll be interesting to see. I mean, obviously, if Chomik wins, he's pretty much a shoe-in for round of 12. If they draw, then it's really up to anyone at that point. And if Ghost wins, he's not quite in there yet, but he'll take the lead. So yeah, similar situation, and we could at least have the group.
Well, we'll see how this one goes. We're going to go to the 2 players real quick on the table. Started off with Chomik, young boss. Look, boss, you've been one of those players that has talked about coming into the Super League, round 32 rather. We all knew what you could do, and the one thing you mastered was game flow. You're now playing Ghost, who plays one of the quickest styles in the league, but Nam also plays quick. Do you have the data to back up from last week to give you an edge tonight? Let me know. Or this morning, of course, wherever you are in the world in China. Let me know. Feel free to type it out. Ghost, my question simply is to you, man. You talked about the last game. Steven's pretty surprised, right? You had to go back to tactics where you maybe were not expecting. You had to play a little bit more of that controlled pace. He did. He did play slowly. He did, but towards the end, he started to speed up for sure. So he had a little bit more pace management. Are you prepared for the pace management then, John? That's a good point. That's a good point. But back to Ghost here real quick, my friend. You said last game, quote, these ammo heavy games, sometimes I have to learn how to exhaust the ammo, play it clean. Now you've got a little bit under your belt. You know the format. Do you think you have to play more of the standard style you said in the last game against Steven to beat Chomik? Or do you got to prepare for split ammo where you know he's got it? And of course, as those two commentate and type out, Caesar's going to tell us about the mentality. I think the biggest thing I'm going to look for short in this game is if Chomik understands game flow like he did against Nam. That's been his biggest thing. The game flow, not rushing the ammo, playing a clean style. It's big. There was multiple times where split ammo never worked last week. It never worked. He never had a chance to win the game on split. It just came down to a one clean cut run. If he gets a chance on split ammo and throw Ghost off his game, he could have the advantage. For Ghost, I know he won't change his style in terms of pace, but I'm interested to see how he changes his style in terms of the wild card. The wild card last week was more of a leverage play. I wonder if he switches that up and actually uses the leverage play. It's more of a boss play, right? Use it at the end, try to flush it. Because he did a good job leveraging it early, but does he try to go for the flush tactic tonight?
That's all going to be determined on the table. And interesting to see how there's any adaptation to either style on the table here in this one. Ghost with the fast pace, Chomik with the split ammo. Obviously, the pace is Ghost is probably going to drive the pace, and experience playing him before, and also just seeing him play against many different kind of people. Even Steven, who's usually a little bit of a slower pace player, not like super duper slow, but he definitely can slow. He can definitely pull that pace management out. He did play into it a little bit, not a whole lot, and then obviously a little bit of pace management between Chomik and Nam, but Nam, as you said, sped up a little bit more. And then it all comes down to that ammo, whether we see if Ghost is going to try and adapt and lock horns on split ammo, or is it just going to be down to one run, or maybe we see it a little earlier. Who knows?
And Ghost says, I think getting that timing to play the ammo is going to be key as they learn that using powerful plays at the right time can just completely disrupt the opponent's plan and make your path much cleaner. Yeah, I mean, that's it, man. It depends about that clean path tonight. Will game flow matter? I would say out of the 4 players playing this week, these 2 are definitely going to play a more polarizing style. I definitely think you see tomorrow's game. Steven's still a little bit of unknown. We can tell he plays more of the fireworks style, knows when to be aggressive. Brock is just a beast in his own. He plays William Brock Uno, man. No power play. Let her rip, right? Get it down to Uno sometimes and crack it open. But the difference between him and Toasty is his fade looks are lethal. And we know William Brock with the fade is always going to be there. Sideburns and all. Waiting for Caesar to type it out. It's a big match here in week 2, Group B. Remember, the winner of this game, especially if it's Chomik, 6 points. We talked about this short last night. You get 6 points. Now, I did say in the post-game call with JT's group, I thought 6 points here isn't a guarantee. And the reason why is because Brock is the main favorite with Nam, and Nam already took a bullet. You wonder if those guys are going to have more fury coming back. Maybe 7 points actually might be enough to be safe. Whereas JT's group, with the parity that's already happened, of course, Langian 2 on the ties and JT only having 4, but with a big asterisk to come in the sense that Sanford's at the end. I think that group, you might be able to get away with 5 points even just to get in. Here, I think 6 is not the most safest, but it's getting closer to comfortable because of Nam and Brock being the 2 perennial favorites. We're over there. We all knew JT was running away, but even he can't run away, and it's made things a little more interesting. DJ definitely the weak link in Group A as well.
I think the way that this game goes could dictate a lot of what will make you safe. Obviously, I think if Chomik wins, I think he's in. I think say it's 7 points to be guaranteed. I think he's a shoe in, like I said. But if we get a Ghost win or a draw, then it's going to be a completely different situation.
Well, this is going to be an interesting comment here from my man, Jay Caesar. He says, I think Ghost needs to be more prepared against any competition in terms that he needs to understand what sort of competition is around him, considering how week 1 went. So I think he needs to be more around that part when playing strategies, whilst Chomik already has a bit of shield from understanding the game flow against now. So if he keeps it up and doesn't get burnt early in the reads, I think we're about to see fireworks thrown. Well, Caesar, I think you kind of foreshadowed that perfectly, my friend. Let's find out about those fireworks. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different here. Now, normally, as we'll do the best of 6 and all. Now, of course, the toss was deferred by Ghost, so he actually technically is the home team. So we were going to see is Caesar's going to put Chomik's name, the 13 seed. So that's why the arrow on the scoreboard is pointing toward Chomik. The funny thing here is, Caesar, we have, of course, a little bit of television magic, as you call it, in the business. I asked Chomik, hey, man, what would you like, right? Would you like game 1 or 3 or game 4 to 6, just in case you won the toss? And he wanted game 1 and 3, but Ghost won the toss. And ironically, he's going to get game 1 to 3. So in a way, it worked out in the end. Both got what they need. It's one of the rare times where you'll see that. Congratulations. But TV business, Chomik, we had to do that. Of course, time zones being a big cordial factor in this league. Of course, we got short on CST. I'm on EST. Caesar on, I think CST or EST. I think maybe an hour ahead of EST. Of course, PST, and then another CST. Not the CST we know and love, but the Chinese Standard Time out there for Chomik. So 2 CSTs and EST in order Brazilian Standard. So that's your order for a night. But anyway, that's enough of the old time zone games. Let's see what Caesar's going to do here. Best of 6. Chomik will get the game 1 to 3. Of course, no power play. TI 3-3. And it's going to be a good one. I have a lot of chronophobia for sure, my friend. All right, yeah, the old time zone masters. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for that game 1 call. Yeah, you can do that too. Young boss, It's your call, my friend. Are we sending? What do we got here? We're going to start it off after dark. We'll set those names first, of course. I think Ghost is good.
Because the name
I knew
has
it.
the pickaxe
We will
and everything.
send. We are sending. That's the classic Chomik. We know Ghost likes that upper tier package. Caesar, gonna send it as well. It's gonna be a good game here, boys and girls. This is a good one. Both guys know what's at stake. They know what's on the line. Big week 2 matchup for Chomik. He gets the win here. He starts to get really comfortable. Can he seal the deal? For Ghost, he gets a win here and rights the ship of last week where he was a little shaky. A lot on the line. And we started. And we're going to start it off with the guy that was hot, red hot in clutch games. How about that blue 7, Lane Sanders? Shout out the Lane. Clutching up from last week and this week. Ghost, of course, one of those players that's always going to pre-type his cards when need be. Try to throw Chomik off his game. Chomik in a good spot right here. He has a chance to control the pace. He may have learned something on game flow from last week, but can he use that same game flow? Be aggressive when need be. There's the fast pace we're already going to see. We knew it was going to be fast and furious from the fastest in the West. Chomik now loading up here. He's already going to try the switching early. There's the triple toast from Brad Gonda Bowtie. Do we get the Zach 103 for the rainbow? No, we'll go up to Alex on the yellow 9. Here comes Ghost. He's going to fire back in quick. He does with the yellow 4. They go back and forth now. Trading ping pong. Trading pain here. Chomik with an early draw. Ghost with the advantage. Goes 1 up. Now, can Chomik get a top deck? He gets it. Maybe a top deck. We'll see. Maybe it was the right number. Never know with these guys. These are Super League-based players here. They know how to fade. Ghost going back to possibly a run in the blue. He does. He goes an explosive run back to yellow. Huge play right there from Ghost. No comeback needed, though. Chomik's still in the zone. Down 10. He goes back to green. Ghost can answer right back. Was going to go there anyway. I'll see your move. Here comes Ghost again. Pre-typing, trying to get Chomik off his game. Rattle his cage. Chomik looking to fire in. Taking his time. Goes 3 down. Ghost goes 1 down from his last play. They're firing in pretty heavy. Here comes, yes, sir, the old Chomik card. Now, let's see if Chomik can use that base setting and start putting in a little bit of that time on the table. Chomik looking to load up right here, looking to find a little groove. So far, a little +2 magic off the top short. That's all we've seen on ammo, really. Green 1, he's going to play conservative.
And conservative, it's what you see from a sender, really.
Caesar, you know, when's the point you think we're going to crescendo this, man? We know Ghost. We saw game 1 against Steven. Bam! 5 cards. It was over in 10 seconds. Do you think he's got one of those in the bag? I was close.
3.
Almost called that. Almost called that. Starting to sense these guys. You start to understand their styles. Ghost down a dose. A little bit of a rhyme there. Chomik looking to fire back here. 14 in the bowl back pocket. What does he do? This is where the game flow would come in right here, I think. I think definitely a little +2 action. Throw a little +4, maybe just a safe wild play at the end to cap it off. He's going to use a little skip action, maybe a +2 in store. Goes back to green, tries ISO. He's just going to go ISO. +4 in store. There it is. Chomik tried, but Ghost answers the bell. What was that?
Flex finish.
The old flex. Well, yeah, a little bit different type of flex for sure. I could do nothing about that. Okay, I was going to ask you a question on, did you have something in the back end? So I guess my question to Ghost here, because it seems like Chomik's out of fresh luck here. You know, Ghost, you did a really interesting thing here. Normally, against Steven, you just said, all right, I'm gonna let my actions do the talking. I'm gonna switch first. You let Chomik switch first.
Wow.
And then you tried undercut on the back end. Oh wow,
that's brutal.
So you were just trying to go there. It's interesting. So
what happened to Lane last night?
I mean, the one thing we talk about is Super League. Remember, this bot we talk about in a regular format, usually good, but in this Super League format, throw all those notes out the window. Home field matters. Ghost, I gotta ask though, you were the guy to be a little bit more conservative on the switching, right? You let Chomik do that first switch. Do you think in this case, was it a case of, hey, I've seen how Chomik operates on game flow. Did you just let him run the pace and see if he would crack? And ultimately, it really wouldn't have mattered. He only had 2 action cards. This is a big. We've seen this a lot, sure. We've seen this a lot with Super League. Remember, there's no, at least for the group stage, there could be no winner. It's a best of 6. There's already a warning light that pops out.
It
With
doesn't
this
have to
spot,
be
we've
a
talked about.
winner.
Yeah, it don't have to be, right? And you look at the game. Look, Ghost hasn't drawn a single card yet. You would think, okay, well, this is going to be the night, but Chomik can control it right here. We talked about Whiplash. Cody's talked about in the regular season. This bot can go right back in your favor, and you're not out of it. Remember Chomik last week against Nam? He had a rough game 1. It was bad. But then he found a way in game 2 and started to build momentum. All you need to do is win 1 sometimes, and it builds momentum. If he can get the next 2, then he goes into Ghost homestand up 2-1. Right? It can flip-flop. This is a ping-pong match. A lot's going to happen at the course of 10:30, probably to 11:15.
That's Plan A City for Ghost.
Nothing really to say, but I had to ask the question. Did he learn that game flow? It's always important to get those questions in.
Absolutely.
Right? You got to find it, right? Even if there's nothing there in Super League, you always got to find a way for a question, even if it's Plan A. And the perfect question here is the game flow, right? Basically, I asked him, did Ghost learn from his Steven game to let Chomik make the first move on the switch and play into the style, or did he say, you know what? Let him do it. There it is. Letting him control the pace was a good play, as allowed me to see what he liked and didn't like. Had a lot of power in my hand, looked to use that as backup plan to capitalize on any color weakness, and that eventually showed. Well, no need for a backup plan. It was true Plan A.
Yeah, that was Plan A. 15
you
for
rarely
15.
See it. Yeah, 15 for. You rarely see a game where 0-0 on the self and the cards drawn, and zeros, and he had some zeros. Even no skips for Ghost on the old skips, but he had 2 of each on the reverses, +2s. And a singular wild +4 and wild. All right, we'll go to game 2. Once again, Chomik's got a free board. What's it going to be? YB, Young Boss. He's going to go down 2 for the OG
Baker's
full.
dozen.
OG full will be full of action cards. Just a +2 from Short off the top. Short can have one last rodeo. Of course, he'll be replaced at the end of the season. Unfortunately, but for the right reasons. For the right reason. D2 promoters definitely deserve. Come on, man.
Mission team.
I know, man. I know, but we gotta be fair. We gotta be fair.
Save the Greek deck and don't change.
Well, no, the Greek deck will always be in the game. You can always play with that. That's the nice thing in the future.
As in, so my card will live on in the archives.
It always will be. You can always play. Wow,
Ooh.
That's a big mistake, I think, right there for now. Maybe not a big mistake, but we saw this like game 1, Caesar. That could be a clue. He's gonna do this. Whoa, I know that one. Crossover.
Oh. That's not even a mistake. A mistake for who? Oh, but no, not quite. Found a skip there.
Remember, I'm tired sometimes, so I could be a little bit.
Yeah, there's no I didn't see a mistake there. That's just the wrong number coming up for Chomik early on there.
No blues.
But
no
he's
blues.
Still
got no blues.
Ghost giving him a couple.
Got no blues. That's big. That's big for Chomik right now to see if he can get some off the freshies and build momentum.
Find a number switch here. Funny combo there.
The old thing with Chomik, he's got to understand his game flow. Now, this time Ghost was the first to initiate the switch, but he had the classic crossover back on the blue 5s to ice and cold.
Those Chomik ice plays are key, but here he goes back to the yellow, and Ghost was ready for it.
He's always ready, man. This guy is one of the fastest he's literally the fastest in the West, probably one of the fastest typers in this league. It's not even close.
I know. I don't even know. I can't even fathom typing that command that fast if I wasn't already expecting it. Oh, but here he goes again to red.
I like this from Ghost, though. He's going to find it okay. He's going to try to play a little bit of that hard ball, keep it low on the numbers. Don't try to initiate a switch, see if he goes into reverse. Chomik doesn't bite. Ghost draw. So this is what Chomik needs. There's definitely color efficiencies here. Blue and red being the 2. Chomik looking to get this down to 3 possessions. He does. Here comes Ghost looking to fire back with a possible red. Goes into a green. A little switch action to red.
Green.
Ghost going to fire something in pre-typed as usual. Chomik, does he have anything? He'll go for a reverse. Remember, no power play. We're probably not going to see massive 4 plays from Chomik. He doesn't have to do it. You don't have to do it in this format, Caesar. Neither sure you don't have to. There's no power
Really
play.
don't. But here he goes with another switch, and that's
Great
a
move back
nice
to
play.
ISO
Finally
play.
finds one.
That's hard to get out of too. But I've been wrong before on the zeros.
Yeah, been burned several times on the zeros.
Of
There it
course.
is again.
That's why I didn't say it. That's why I didn't say it fully.
Yeah, hard to
That
get out.
is a
Oh!
good check.
Oh!
It works.
That's
Chomik with the
massive.
momentum.
That is massive.
Nothing crazy. Does Ghost have a switch? No. Chomik for check.
Maybe the win?
To sign the check for a double to finish. This will be a little split ammo, but no split.
Nope.
You would have had a split ammo off the what? That's a great move from Ghost, but is it wrong color?
Wait. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Again.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Bot made up for that first game there, Chomik, I would say.
He needed that one. He needed that flex finish, honestly.
And this is what we talked about for Ghost. I got to ask, man, once again, you can't even say that you had the +2, right? You had the early lead, decided to go aggressive on the +2. Could you have waited on the +2? What was the theory behind the aggression? You did a good job with the blue, but do you feel you just couldn't hold off the blue? And thoughts on the struggles, right? Because this is the first game we saw in the first game with Steven where it wasn't plan A. This wasn't a plan game. You had 5 of 5 in the draws. You started to struggle. How do you try to get these wins when these games aren't plan A? Because that's been the biggest thing I've noticed. When it's plan A, Ghost is lights. But when it isn't, it's a little bit different. Chomik, good job right there in the wild saves. Did you have a wild save off the start? Or you handed one off that +2? I'm not sure what that means, man. I'm so tired. So I don't know. But we'll see what these guys say. Seems like every single okay. So that wow. So it made up for it. It definitely made up for it. It made up for it, man. That's what this
one
whiplash
for you,
spot
one
is.
for me.
Yeah, that's how it works here on home starts, right? Sometimes you get lucky with those home starts. We see it. We saw it with JT, man. Home starts were the name of the game for him last night. Waiting for Ghost here to type it out. Man, we don't ever sweep in this format. It's very rare. Very rare. We've only seen 2 5-1s in this format, let alone a 6-0. So I think we've seen more 4-2s and 3-3s in this format. Nah, but we'll see how it goes with Ghost. Caesar, you got to look at the mentality now. Both guys have had one, right? Different style game. Plan A for sure. Definitely plan A for sure. For Ghost in game 1 now. For game 2, I got to say, Chomik played split ammo just a little bit mid-game. We haven't seen the same Chomik with split ammo where it's, okay, 3-card run, and then the next turn usually is a finish. We haven't seen that from him. But in this case, he dropped the wild, and he had a double wild as more of a sandwich play. Thoughts on him changing up the game flow from what he was in game 1 to game 2? His thoughts on his game on what does Ghost got to do to adjust to the game flow? Because Chomik's doing a great job on game flow through now 8 games he's played in Super League. Reminder to the fans at home, doesn't matter if we are 4-2 or 4-1 or, or 3-3, 5-1. Yeah. Doesn't matter. We're going to play all 6 games. Atlanta Blues wanted to go for a 2-color strat. Unfortunately, it backfired pretty badly. Left me in a pretty bad position. I don't think I could have made an outplay with Chomik having that wild. But nah. I mean, you could have flushed it, but then again, you flush it, you had one more in the back pocket, so you couldn't really have done much. That's all I can think of. You maximized as best you could. Sometimes you bank on that 2-color strategy, Caesar, and it's heaven, but sometimes it can be hell, for sure. It's a risky play. The old tic-tac, right? You pop some tic-tacs, they feel good, but you get to the end of the old flavor cycle, and boom, they're out there to launch. So we'll see how it goes here in game 3. Wait for Caesar to give his thoughts. Really, so far, I have to say, both guys have played 2 different games, right? You saw Ghost plan A, where he can pre-type a little bit, make those moves clean, effective, efficiently. He's got it done. He's got it hammered. He's really good. I think he's legit 4-0 in Super League right now on Plan A games, and then 0-4 on anything going Plan B or more. So that's different. Different than so similar to Lane.
That's an analytic type stat right there.
Yeah, it's just pulling it out there. But we'll see how it goes from Chomik now. See if he can get this one back right and get 2-1 on his home. We saw against Nam. He was down 2-1, but the kicker was he was going to be on the road for the games 4 through 6. So he's going to do the same thing tonight. He has that experience. To get a 2-1 in this situation, that one looks really good for minimum 1 point. That's all he's looking for at minimum. Points racking. Well, definitely next week's tour, we're going to start going into points mindset for sure because everyone plays after this week. Point mindset's coming in. Now you still got to start thinking about points. Week 1, 2, you feel it out. Week 3, okay, it's a points week, but it's also a feeler week. And then week 4, you got to be points hunting unless you're JT Ghost. And that's the thing with Ghost. Week 3, you got to start points hunting. You got a week 5 bye. I don't know if Ghost should have done anything different, considering Chomik had 2 wilds in the tank, but that's just me. I don't think he needs to change anything. So I think for Chomik, it's not really weird. It's not really weird, but that's not having those split out finish. Just some evolution in the game again. He could go back, and that's the thing with Chomik. We talk about short JT. Massage is coming at some point, right? We didn't get many of that last night, from what I understand. But he did have
Early
1 or 2 in the back
first
pocket.
3 games, first 3 games felt that way, but then the latter 3 were not so much for him.
Yeah, and then
it was the same song second verse for Lane because it was not only he got junk in the first 3 games for 2 straight weeks, but also was able to really turn the tides in the second 3.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes here. Just a little bit different. We're not talking about card luck. We know JT's one of those. This is about split in. That's an actual technicality. Let's see if he pulls it back. All right, last game, young boss. Just no 13, no OG full. What do we got? We're going to go with the special here? Yeah, I know it's 14. Come on, man. We all know. We all know. The old special. The old young boss, double OG. Let's run it, boys. And we're going to start off with that K-Dog reverse. Now short, we've seen a blue 7, we've seen a +2 on a red, we've seen another blue here. Chomik's got a choice here. Does he run with that blue reverse and maybe triple play, quad play it? Remember, I don't expect him to go triple quad play. I don't even think he's going to do that till we get to maybe the quarters if he gets there, because even the first round, the round of 12, is no power play. So we know power play. I think guys are just going to play it single. You can play old school. Chomik switch.
Easy. I mean, Ghost plays those chained up commands because of his pace. So, but
oh yeah,
it really doesn't make a difference. It's really just based on preference with the gloves off for the entire game.
Yeah, we talked about the 4 command chain being a difference. Well, I don't think we're going to see that difference till we get to the quarters, which will be still 3 weeks away, I believe. So we're still a long way away. Yeah. Still a long way away. Long way to go here. We're just in week 2, 5-week season basically, and then of course round 12 before we see those big boys come back. Red 1 now from Ghost. Chomik gonna roll into it. Once again, we talk about the switches. This time Ghost is gonna be the first guy to switch. I like what Chomik's doing here short. He's rallied the ship, right, sailed down as we go back to Ghost's card.
Both into Aria off the board. There's the green.
A little 2 color now. Let's go red green. Can Chomik cope? You know he is. Into Yepes. Into Gone. 7-2, not the best in poker, but in Uno, just right. Chomik, once again, we've seen his trend, early draws, but Ghost is going to go with him. Have not seen a draw city tonight. Will we see our first? You get evolution of this game season. We talk about draw city. In the regular season, the first round, the second rounds, even the third rounds, right, as we go into our Chomik-based card, right? We're out of Chomik. Excuse me. We see a lot of draws. In Super League, we haven't seen much. We've seen more of a different tile game as we go into a yellow Camaro switch. We've seen more of a faster flowing game, more of a game flow, where draw cities are becoming less and less, which is a different evolution than normal.
Except for that one game last night.
Yeah, except for that one game. Well, but then that was off a mistake, though, right?
Yeah, to an extent, but the mistake was... Which mistake were you referring to?
JT missed the Uno?
Well, he didn't have the win anyway. He was drawing regardless.
Okay, then yeah. You get those rare exceptions.
Yeah, we definitely saw a bit of Draw City late last night. So, I mean, I agree. It seems like I haven't been able to tune into like a lot of week 1, but
hold on a minute.
Oh,
this is a heat check. Check. What will Chomik do? First heat check. I just mentioned it off the pregame. How does Ghost play these well? Does he go more aggressive? Does he try to flush him? This is the first test of that.
Yeah. We've seen a little bit of it. I think having
There's the
having power
flush.
play. There is that flush indeed. I think not having power play can contribute to having maybe a little bit more draw city because you might be stuck that you can't make 2 turns. But
Oh my
man,
word.
oh wait a minute, he didn't know about that. Oh.
Oh no. That's a mistake right there. That's the problem, right? No, it's Chomik's turn. That's the problem, man. Rushing those draw, he could have just did a double. You can just go double and you could have finished that, or even singled it out. But
Well, he wasn't ready for it. He that was a run to the finish, 100%.
doesn't matter now. It does not matter. Chomik will get it back here. What a mistake there from probably his first mistake of this entire Super League. I wouldn't say he made many mistakes against Steven.
Oh.
And now it's going to be another Plan A victory. He had a Plan A pretty much lock and sealed. Now he'll have to adapt, but still a lot of cards in his favor because he's got a green skip, some +2s. Ghost is out now. He'll have to draw on this blue. Chomik, a little bit of some lady luck on his side. Off a misplay off the error. Can he capitalize? Here comes Chomik going to play it cool. Does Ghost switch? No. And now the momentum shift, just like that. So we talk about mentality, we talk about mistakes, and that's a rare one right there. Chomik gets a double. He'll play it clean. Obviously, you can't leave the door open on a skip. That's no knowledge at this rate. Yellow 9 now. Nothing from Ghost. This is 2-color. Chomik is looking good. Does Ghost get the 6 off the switch? He will not top deck City. 1 possession. Now the problem is, Caesar, you got to think in short. He's got to go to green at some point, or does he, right? The green's out there. How do you play this one? That's the thing. Sometimes you can put yourself in a box.
You know where the skips lie.
And the +2.
Yeah. Well, that +2, he played he's got the +2 and the skips to chain in red, but I don't know what he's got to find a way there, and I think if I'm Chomik, I'm gonna find every way to keep off green. Second you get to green or even red, it might. There's
the green.
Oh, you still got to offload some cards. He picked up some extra.
Were they connectors? That's the key. Were they connectors?
Yeah, are they connections? Yes.
And he's just learned from his mistake. Don't quadruple it.
He's not going to chain it into red. He's still got greens to jump out, and he's going to +2 him.
There's the red, though.
Daring him.
The yellow.
Oh.
That's ISO. That's ISO. I think it's either ISO or connector. ISO connector for the win. That's a crazy combo finish. No, true ISO. That would have been insane if he had an ISO connector. That's rare. That's rare to win like that. Not much yellow left here for Chomik to play with, in my opinion. You could just draw. Be risky to switch. Yep. Ghost get the top deck, maybe. I think he would. Yeah, right now, definitely. That mistake, though, you can tell it took. And then he's going to get a bail, possibly. Trips 4. From Rogers to Tapir to cap. What will it be from Chomik?
Yeah, Caesar, that is very much the weakness that you don't see very often with the pace that Ghost plays. I've seen it happen before.
We talked about this. We've seen in the regular season when he does, you can get away with it. You're not playing the best of the best, right? You still got the first 3 rounds. Sometimes a lot of upsets happen, which we see in the bracket format. It's a 1-game season. Here, it's not. You have 5 weeks and 4 games. It's a little bit different. And everyone can figure you out. It's a lot more strategical. It's a lot more World Cup. It's a lot more divisional. Whatever you want to say is an analogy. You can't make those mistakes. And I think Ghost is not going to be doing 4 baggers when he knows a finish is there. He might still try a 4-bagger in mid-game, but to finish, very unlikely. There's the evolution. Ghost still up 7 possessions here. He may still get away with murder. Chomik can't do much there other than just play a 6. Here comes Ghost looking for a possible run. Plays it clean. In the Kev. 7 points here. He's up by 7 possessions. Can only double up. Ghost looking for one up this time. Down a dose. Chomik starting to get a little nervous right here. Does he have an answer? Is there something lurking in the back end? Just a 0 sugar. Ghost for the win. He doesn't have it there short. Now Chomik can start the run. A lot of red used off the CH board. What's it going to be for the young ball? He's done a great job. Can he steal one here? This would be he would have stole one here if he gets this one.
No,
Doesn't try anything.
nothing right now.
There's not much. We still have those red 9s lurking. Pair of 8s. For sure, a little dose 3 action. Depends when you want to make that play. Maybe they got him working. Do you want to make that play? What's it going to be from Ghost?
There's that rare draw city.
It is that rare draw city.
Oh!
Never mind. You spoke too soon.
I had done it again.
No draw city says Chomik. He doesn't want draw. He's going to go double toasty. Double toasty to start this run. This is going to be a big run. Looking for a triple into a quad.
Oh,
he might use the. Is he going to go quad play? He will go quad into a quint.
Tie it. And he goes ahead.
6-bagger right here. The 6-pack from Chomik. He's got those hamster wheels turning and burning, looking for the 6-pack. Is there a 7 heaven in the gold cards for Chomik to get to Uno? That'd be something. No, 6-bagger though.
Not to get to Uno. He's only at 4.
It's been a long night.
From the basement to the top floor.
No, I unloaded the tank.
He did say screw it. Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know if I would unload the tank, but he might get bailed out.
That could be a bailout move.
Not sure. Ghost still up 2 possessions. Maybe he's trying to force Chomik's hand.
Or if he had something over.
That's a good question. That's a good question right there, Dave. I'm going to ask him that question when we get out of this game. Trying to force hand. He's trying to play a bluff package. Let's see. Chomik will not bite. JT there. Deuce to 4. Does Chomik have anything to stop this, or does Ghost finally crack the egg and get the win? Chomik, any answer? No. Is he going to risk this? Risk what? A switch?
That's the only thing I can say. Oh.
Good move.
That's a smart move. Down to dose.
We've seen so many guys do this. Obviously, one of the more notable guys in Super League does it is Toaster guy. He's big. Lane does it. It's a smart move.
That comment made it clear that despite going to dose, he didn't have it.
Does he get some top deck? Does he have a 5 heaven? It's JT heaven. Chomik looking to get the check. An unfathomable check here if he can. He gets it unconventionally. Holy moly.
Oh my god.
We've seen it into the grim. Does Ghost have an answer?
Another one in the back pocket?
Number efficiency's been big. We saw it last night with JT.
Both of them were really pulling the number of fish out.
No, it's just going to be a safe play. Ghost.
Lucky there.
Gets the Uno win.
Wait.
I knew it. Little sneak attack. Once again, Ghost living on a razor's edge here, Caesar. Oh, Chomik with a topper?
Oh, my God.
There's no way. Shit, double Uno.
Oh.
Ghost, Chomik for the win.
Oh.
Does he flip the screen? Oh. That would have been crazy.
Damn.
What a sequence right there. Is that top deck?
Oh, who's going to pull that rug, man?
I think it might be top deck from Ghost. Game's over.
Oh! Oh! Cannot be serious.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Ghost, you shouldn't have won that game, man. And then you should have won that game, then you shouldn't have won that game. Then you probably should have got called out, and then it somehow worked back. What a sequence. First off, is the nerves getting to you, man? Are the nerves starting to get to you? Because we talked about this, right? These simple errors. Have you learned a lesson not to go 4-play, 5-6 moves ahead on the finish? Yeah, big bailout. And your thoughts when you were down to 5-3 cards, you forced him on that +4. Was that a case of trying to get low, play a little more of that bluff package, right? A little more poker, and see if you can get something cooking on the back end? That was interesting. That was very fascinating, I would say. Chomik, my biggest question for you, man, it's hard to really come up with one because I think you did a good job on the greens, but you said screw it, unload the tank. Were you banking on saying, hey, you know what? Unload the tank. We had not much greens really off the board in terms of numbers, but we had a lot of the +2s off, right? A lot of those heavy stuff. I was hella drowsy going into this game. Oh, jeez. Was it just a headache or long day at the old college? I didn't want to hang out. I didn't want to hang on to all of that exam season, maybe. I don't know. But no, you gotta think here, Caesar. I think the key now for Ghost is he's in a good spot, right? He's in a really good spot. Despite the mistake, he's getting 9 lives right here. He's getting the 9 live treatment. But we talk about lightning striking twice, short, not sleeping, of course. Well, this is the same thing that happened to Chomik last week. 2-1, right? Right, 2-1. And now he's going to go on the road, and he won 3 in a row. Are we going to see something that we've never? Can we see this? We have someone do something that no one thought was possible 2 weeks in a row. We thought no one 3-0. You're done. Ties it back. Can Chomik do the same thing he did in repeat history? Another same song second. Can he do it? Can he win 3-0 and steal Ghost Heart? What's your thoughts on his chances? I think he's got a chance. I really do.
He's got a chance, and I mean, who knows where that game could have gone?
You never know.
Damn it, you have to have confidence if you're actually going to do it.
Ask Lane, man.
Ask Lane. Yeah, he had junked those first 3 games. But, like, I don't know. I mean, who knows where that game could have gone? Chomik couldn't take advantage of the opportunity that he got, so really could have been Ghost 2-1 about 10 minutes ago, but, like, we'll just have to see. And Ghost is awake now, so can't find a mistake like that again.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a hell of a battle, I think, Caesar, moving forward. We got 3 games left, but I'm telling you right now, in Ghost's mind, if you look at the way this tournament's gone, you go up 2-1, you got to stay composed right here. You have a chance to beat the points leader. And look, I had the luxury of doing that last year when Yepez was running away with it. He basically was 6-0 the whole group. I was, coming in there with basically nothing to lose in a sense, right? And I got the job done and it beat the points leader. And it's a special feeling, man. It's a special feeling to beat the points leader. So I wonder what the mindset's going to be. You never know. It's either going to be a 5-1 Ghost or 4-2. I mean, it's going to be one or the other. I think it could be. It legit could be. I don't know what it's going to be, man. This has been a really good game. A lot of misplays in a sense that worked out. A lot of that 3. You never know, right? We could see a tie. It's Super League. Anything can happen. But now Ghost is going to adjust. Now, same thing here. He's out. He can't go. We're done. The Sens are gone. The 15-14 are done. But we know Ghost has that 5-card pack in the back. Let's see if he does that. Let's see. Ghost, no Sens anymore. What do we got? Is the 5-card coming out? That's still, I forgot that Sen. Yeah, you can still do that. OG full. So we're going to go double 13 short. That's crazy. Basically, we've only been on the high tier. Another +2. Dude, how many times have we seen a game 4 Clay Wolf +2? What is going on?
It doesn't make any damn sense.
This consistency from this bot is another level. And Ghost is going to... This is the... I'm getting deja vu. It's the same thing Nam did last week. What is this? Bro, this is crazy. All right. Chomik's been here legit before. This is insane. I'll go Ghost. Caesar, he's not slowing down. This could be a clue right here, Store. If he ain't slowing down, plan A. You got to think that last game before the misplay was a plan A win. And when he's playing this quick, he's got a plan A cooked. Let's see. No draws this so far. He's only drawn, 29 times. Here comes Chomik. Or 21 times self-drawn. Yeah. Chomik's going to get out of it. Goes into Brad. Blue deuce. Triple play. Ghost will open up a 2-color strat possibly to go back to gun. Let's see. Okay, then. Is this going to be the crossover to blue? Is this going to be a double bad Brad here? No, but he's going to go into the true Pandoras now, into Zach. Ghost going to run with it. And so is Chomik. Chomik looking for a possible move on the red to try to flush something here. He goes one up. And Ghost is out. Chomik now. This is where he can pounce. This is where he can pounce right here. Then the yellow. Not the worst thing. Got him drawn a little bit. Trying to give him the plan BC. Chomik, beautiful cross move. Does Ghost have another 9 in the back pocket? Does he say screw it and unleash some hammers? He will play. I think that's the right play. Short. Play a conservative here. You saw how that worked last game. Let Chomik make the move. He's going to let him make the move. In the blue. 8-8. Chomik rallies back.
That one. Chomik with the possession arrow.
Yep, Chomik with the PA. Still has it in the lane. Ghost going to try to throw him off a little bit back to yellow. Chomik had cross back. Does he have a blue? Says he have a blue 7 crossover. I'd be saying, but he can run the yellows. Now they're tied again. Chomik still with the PA. What announcement will he make with that PA though? Goes into a yellow 3 monkey. Plays it clean. That's one. Oh, back to green. Okay. Playing tricky with it goes Ghost.
Does this give Ghost the PA?
No, it's going to be a trip 3. Trip 3 in the blue. Chomik really trying to get Ghost into the game.
Oh, there's
Here
the
comes
PA.
Ghost 5. This could be it. No, it's...
Oh,
it's a mistake.
Oh, wait a minute.
He can't do that. Oh, my. Another mistake from Ghost. Does he get away with it? I don't know.
That's not a big mistake.
Yeah, it is.
And, yeah.
Yes, it is. That's a mistake.
All right, no. I disagree.
No, he's going to admit it. He's going to admit it. I know how he works. Yeah, that's why. That's why.
Well, yeah, but, like, it's a mistake to make that color, but not to play the G6, because you knew you were going to play that regardless.
Game. Wow.
I
know
I
you're
mean,
short.
That's hindsight.
Short.
That's all
short.
hindsight.
No, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. But trust me, I know how Ghost did. I know his accountability is God tier. Ghost, I know what you're going to say. That's a mistake, right? Because it's Super League, it's micro margins. You had just made that mistake. You got to be self-critical yourself. If I'm in that spin, I'm punching a wall, right? I'm punching a wall. I made a mistake, right? I'm punching. Even if it's not a mistake on a table, is that how you feel? Hey, I got to clean these errors up to get these going. How are you going to adjust because of the play? Sure, you're absolutely right, man. On the table, you're right. From a fan perspective, it ain't a big mistake. It ain't a big deal. But from a player's side, if you were in that shoes, you're punching a wall. Or because it's Super League, it's the big grand stage, you got to be locked in. For sure. Ghost, that's how you got to clean up those mistakes. Chomik, really good job, man. You didn't, once again, I just said you were in that same situation, man. You were in that same situation last week. The same +2. Nam gave you a +2 off the start. How did you learn from the data book last week to build it into this game 4 and start to build that bridge back? Well, that's... Oh, boy.
Even looking at that from a player angle, that's just a whoopsie. That's not like a not screaming at me like that's not what broke the camel's back there. It's all hindsight picking the wrong color. Like any other color would be in a +2, but I mean, yeah, he played the green 6, but you were gonna do that regardless of unless he switched, and he was gonna switch. I mean, he would have switched if you had picked you had a 50-50 shot in hindsight, because he could have gone off the yellow +2 instead.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like I said, from a fan perspective, for sure, you're absolutely right. But for a player,
I'm thinking from a player's perspective as well.
Oh no, player perspective. No, that's where I made that mistake. I'm punching a wall because you know any little micro margin. You got to understand these guys are on fine, thin margins. You got okay. Oh no, I was gone. Oh, either color you were gone. Oh, then forget then. That's why I was looking for. If you were gone either color, so you were just a sitting duck. You were going to. So you were trying to play 2 color. We were trying to play 2 color. Is that it?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
So you're going for
that's no mistake. He couldn't. There wasn't anything else he could do other than KT Classic.
So that's a win. That's a win.
In that situation, you can never think to make a move like that. So I don't think there's any
Yeah.
fault for him.
No, it's not no fault. Now I understand. I
Yeah.
understand. Okay.
Yeah, like
You got
looking
to
at that,
remember.
run, he had a yellow +2, green +2, and back into the blue wild. If he had gone yellow, he would have the same outcome would have happened, and just in reverse on the +2s. The only thing he could have done is just ice the shit out of it, and that's not something Ghost does.
Wait, we apologize for the language.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Uh,
Hey,
okay. So
it's
you're
been a
going from.
long day for some other people in the room.
No, it's been a long day for everybody. I'm way past my time. That's another thing. I'm way past that. Everything I'm seeing, my eyes are bulging. I just did some smelling salts before this game. So anyway, you look at you look at this game right here now, Caesar. I think that's a move right there you see in a regular season environment. That's a winning move. That's a number efficiency play. Can you still hear us? Oh boy. Uh shoot, I gotta type it out or okay. You're right here, probably good. Technology dying too, man. Uh where were we going with this? Oh yeah. Caesar, I gotta look at this man and say, okay, I got you, man. You don't got a charger? Anyway,
He'd have to put him in the case, so to
oh okay,
charge them.
okay, okay.
AirPods.
Yeah, you could probably charge one right now, right? Well, it's I don't know how I don't have them. But okay. Caesar, you gotta look right now. We'll call it that. It's just an unfortunate play there from it's a misplay, right? I think that's what Chomik said. Anyway, it's a misplay. So let's kind of take this back now because Ghost is basically playing a little bit of Chomik's game. If you think about it, he's playing more of the split ammo style game, but Chomik is still winning on these games on a one turn. What are we doing wrong? Okay. I thought that was G typing for I must be seeing things, man. Uh but anyway, your thoughts on this game so far, Caesar? I'm hallucinating, dog. Uh but anyway, Caesar, your thoughts on this game, man? This has been something. It's been a lot of back and forth. Okay, I wasn't hallucinating. You look at this game. It comes down to now. Can Chomik? High time for G5. Can Chomik find a way to get rhythm? You look at this, the rhythm he's had. He's seen that red +2 look before, right? He saw it against Nam in Game 4. The look was there. He saw the looks in the past. He found a way to use that data book and start to operate on a more cleaner level. I think he's in a good spot here. I really do. I'm an overseer. Okay. How does Ghost try to adapt to that now? No, he's been making mistakes early in the game. A misplay here. Now, how does he recompartmentalize? I guess is that's the question to kind of rephrase it. Ghost, how do you recompartmentalize knowing you've had a couple misplays and also a couple of unfortunate plays earlier in the game? Oh, I see what was going on. Yeah, it's getting to me too, man. It's been an interesting game because every game has been 3 minutes. Yeah, that's a good point. It's been in the ballpark of 3 minutes usually playing A games, and then the one game that exhausted was 12. So it's still that same progression. gotta think here now. Sure took a phone call probably. If it's a 2-2 situation, you look at the card starts. Double 13, all we've seen is those high tier starts. Does Ghost figure out a way, right? Because that's really what he's got to do. Does he figure out a way to blow out that 5-card train? I think that's the one thing that he could pull out. Does he stay going high? Is he thinking about 12, 11? I don't know. I think those are the two options for sure. But other than that, I don't really have much of a say on what he could do on the 5-card starts or 12, 11. See what Ghost says here himself. Looking to find a way to find the rhythm here. It's a matter of that pace I set. I just get too wrapped up. I'm making fast. I gotta stop and think myself. What happens if I actually do that? Gotta take things down a notch if I want to keep myself making smarter moves. Yeah, that's it, man. It's all about that pace flow, right? Uh, um, but we'll see how this one goes for sure. Oh, we'll go to game 5 now. Big moment here as G's typing again. I guess I wasn't throwing us off here. What we got? Oh, okay, no problem. I'll go to game 5. Ghost, back to you, my friend. Still no 15-14. What do we got? When does he pull out that 5? That's the one thing I'm gonna be interested to see. There it is. I knew it was coming. There it is. Now the luck will be tested. Can he find a way to get the luck right here and get it done? Yes? What happened? Left ear pod die again? AirPod? Ghost gonna switch it. Short muted if you he's muted, but I'm good. If you can't hear him, I don't know. Ghost gonna try to go for a draw here. Interesting. Here comes Chomik. We're gonna get the 3. He does. Continues to draw. Does Chomik? He continue. Oh man, is this gonna be one of those Tapir-esque games? In the green. Chomik looking for check. Does he have the check for the win? No, but just goes regular check here. No double play. Into a green A for Chomik for the win. He's got the wild green. That's it. We're going to go 3-2 Chomik, and he's got a chance to flip the script just like we won. He's 1 away. Oh, jeez. His AirPods just died. Oh, man. Caesar, I don't know where Short's at. So, huge moment right here, man. Huge moment. He could flip the script just like Lane. So that's Chomik automatically guaranteed 4 points. Oh, man. Thoughts on... Can you hear us or not? Okay. I was going to type it out. Ghost, I got nothing for you, man. No questions. 5 cards, right? You had to take the risk. I don't blame you for taking the risk, but hard to really say when you just got the right color on the blues of the line for sure. I got you, my friend. No worries. Thoughts on just what you got to do here for... I don't know what that is about. Your thoughts on what you got to do for Game 6 to get this same song, second verse, going? Thoughts on that? Ghost, I mean, you did a good job on it. Just get lucky. Yeah. In that case, you got lucky. Ghost, you tried the 5 cards right. I thought it was a good risk. Try to test the audible. Now you got to get this win, man, because you don't want to fall behind. What do you got to do to salvage the point here and avoid second song? The same song, second verse. Can you hear it? All of gamer. Okay. Can you hear us now? Okay. Okay. I got you. I got you. No problem. Yeah, that happens sometimes. A little battery. Caesar, I don't got much, man. That was a straight Plan A game. It came down to what was clean and what was the best. It came down to the color start, and blue was just the right answer. You got to look now for both these guys here. You look at the group standings. Caesar, I, I don't even got anything to say. I just stars the line perfectly. You got to think for Ghost. He's got to get this point. You can't afford in a week 5 bye scenario to have 1 point, especially when he hasn't seen The Rock yet. Right? He has not seen William Brock. And that's a big talking point. And of course, he hasn't seen. We saw Stefan and Chomik, but he hasn't seen Nam as well. So that'll be his next opponent, Nam. So I all right. Push something up. Okay. Let's see how long. Well, we'll see how long G6 will be. We'll see. It's the last game. It's a lot of different looks could be played. We've seen longer games in the last game, right? And go accordingly and go from there. We'll see. Okay, so it would have been 4 minutes if I didn't misplay. Okay, so that was the game. You had the 12 minutes. Okay. Jeez, this has been fast and furious for sure. For sure. All right, Ghost. Last call, man. Still same thing as I said earlier. Just no 15 and 14. What's it gonna be? Yeah, right. Back to 13. All right. Say a third place game. Triple 13, man. That's crazy. Another short +2. We've seen that enough. Seen 2 of those now, and a clay +2. We've seen enough of those +2 starts. Don't worry about that. We're good. Yeah, that's good. That's just. It takes a little bit to respond. Don't worry about that. You just gotta click it again. You're good. Don't worry about that. That happens to me sometimes in practice. Is it good now? Everything's good. Tools are good. Weird night. Strange night for sure. Well, there we go. Plus. Oh my word. He's gonna run it. Triple play to get to 10. 9 again, so it's gonna be another 9 to 17 game here. Boy, oh boy. Can Ghost find a way to use this strategy, just pump and dump a little bit, and actually close it off? Yellow 5. Yellow 0 now for Ghost. Yellow 2 now for Chomik in the bow. Trying to run those yellows. Red 2 now. Red 9. And Allen will go back to Ghost with his own card. We're going to still run the Reds in the Cav. Big moment right here now is who switches onto that ice cold blue or that clean green, because those are the 2 plays where we can see 2 color isolate to the end. He laid the gauntlet down. He threw a lot. He's going to go into yellow, tries to color this 2 color ball. What will it be here from Chomik? Gotta think something's coming. Yeah, no thanks, he says. Tago joins. What's it going to be? A little bit of an isolation play in the blue. Triple play. Chomik gets out of it. Ghost should have some blue in the back end, though. Unless it was just a straight run to the finish on yellow. Blue 9, here we go. Blue 8, we go 1 down now. Chomik running a little cleaner. Oh, Chomik now will get 4 fresh. These Ghosts plays a little bit of that split ammo, maybe. We'll see. Okay, then, says Chomik. He was at 9. Does he have something to fire back? Chomik looking to fire back here. Does he got a +2? You go for the stacks. Nice 2 cards, he says. Oh, God. There's the +4 back. He fires away. Chomik with a little bit of another one. Yep, there's the +6. I figured he'd had something cooking. Had something cooking for sure. So Chomik gets one back here and forces Ghost back. And then with triple play goes Chomik. Only Ghost can fire back with a single. 7-10 split. Chomik looking to get the 9. He gets it. Can Ghost fire in? He's going to switch into red now. Composure files out the window. Yeah, there's no more composure anymore. It's just straight up. There's short for sure. Blue skip. Blue 1. Into a blue 4. Yellow 4 now. Yellow 9. Yellow 8. 1 down. It's getting close. Does Ghost have a possible split ammo to finish? In the Camaro, what's he got? This is a tough play right here. Is he thinking this one through, or has he got a wild play? Oh, not a finisher. Only a double. Oh, another +4 goes to the top. What's 3 +4, Caesar? That's crazy. Chomik with one last chance here. Does he have anything? 8 cards in the party. He's got to have some. Here we go. 6 cards now, looking for a triple. To keep the game alive. Does he have it? No. Goes for the win, tie it. You know the words. Wrong color. Oh, there it is. Ghost gets the tie. And how about that? We have. Is that legit 4-2? Is that a legit 4-2? I think, yeah, we have 2 groups now. We have the leader at 4 and the second guy at 2. That's crazy. 3-3 on the scoreboard. We have 2 groups now, 4-2. Let me go to Ghost. Ghost, obviously, got a little magic there with the wrong color. You put the pressure on, man. You know, that was a game of +4 heaven. You got 2, he had 1. Did you want to push the pace knowing that it's the last game, right? You went with 13 3 times. Were you just playing percentages hoping 13 would work out? No, you did a reasonable play. You were just trying to go back and forth on the +4s and just try to find a little rhythm, for sure. Your thoughts, Caesar, on this game, man? Thoughts on Ghost could have added a green. Thoughts on Ghost getting the job done, man, because he really played that one. I thought fantastic, man. You know, I thought they both played fantastic, but Chomik to rally back, man, and get that into a 3-3 when he was down 2-1. I think he'll take those points and be really good. Short, you still busy? You want to just type it out, man? You can type in watch VC if you want. Caesar, your thoughts on the game? Didn't think Ghost was the guy to use it. That was the guy to use a +4 without a connector. Nah, your thoughts on the game overall, man? Sorry about that moment, my friend. I didn't mean to. I'm freaking tired. Yeah. Oh, I got you. Maybe a little production call. Yeah, man. You know, you look at this game. Ghost, I thought you had a lot of good looks, man. I thought you had a lot of good looks playing on Plan A. You finally found a way to win a Plan B game. I thought the last game was a Plan B game win for sure. And Chomik, I think you did a good job of neutralizing the ammo, getting those points. What's your thoughts, Chomik? Now you're going to be entering week 3. You got a big matchup here. You got somebody you haven't seen yet, right? You haven't seen. Excuse me 1 second. You never seen Brock. I don't think you have you played Brock, or maybe you did. I don't remember. You may have played Brock. Your thoughts on playing Brock? Okay. All right, buddy.
Damn it.
That's the classic Chomik, man. He just books out
Bye.
here. All right, Ghost. Good move. We saw Lane salvage 2, right? What do you got to do against Nam? Now, this is a big point, right? Because next week's big. You have a player that is a perennial favorite in this group, other than Brock, right? Him and Brock. How do you try to handle Nam? He plays very fast, but he's got this look of where he can play slow and run it clean. Thoughts on that? Of course, Chomik hits me up. Just the pickaxe on the quote. That's the vintage Chomik. Your thoughts? Class. Your thoughts, Ghost, though, my friend. What you got to do against Don? How'd you salvage those points? I'm sorry about that. Other than that moment short where, my brain fried.
No, you're fine. I didn't even notice I was half listening.
Yeah, you're good. Your thoughts on just this series? Because it was back and forth, a lot of Plan A. Ghost finally got a win off a Plan B game. Do you think he's got enough momentum? This is a big matchup coming up. He's got a hungry Nam off a bye who was very pissed after he lost that game 4-2, and he blew it.
Yeah, week 3 is going to be an interesting one now that really set the perspective. Obviously, the Brock Steven game will really set the perspective fully.
For sure.
But I mean, already with early returns on that, it's going to be an interesting week because now we have a draw, so that means we're seeing Chomik with the 4 points, Ghost with the 2, and now enter Brock. Gonna see where he gets. He might shoot his way up to second before it's all said and done. We'll have to see. That's basically if he can get the win on Steven. If he can get at least 4 wins against Steven tomorrow night, he'll be in pole position to try and take the lead against Chomik next week. That could set up a huge matchup in terms of the points, and like you said about week 3 being about the points. But it'll all come down to what happens tomorrow at 7 for sure. And then for Ghosts, obviously, a win really could have helped a lot, but he's not doing too bad. Really, he's gonna have to start thinking about trying to get the win, and against Nam, it's gonna be a tough one coming off the bye, no less. So it'll be interesting, nonetheless, in Group B.
Yeah, Caesar, my friend, you're good to bolt, my friend. You take that sleep, man. I appreciate you even making time for this game, man. I really do appreciate. You're good. You don't got to leave anything, man. You've done enough. You take the rest of the night off. You take the rest of the week off because we got Yoshi tomorrow. Thank you, Caesar. We'll see you, Caesar, week 3. Looking forward to seeing him back, repping some great games. Yeah, Ghost, real quick, man. Your thoughts? Yeah, no worries. Your thoughts on just playing good old Nam over there, fresh off the bye. He's a big opponent, right? You gotta think him and Brock is big, right? You've seen Chomik, you've seen Steve. You get the 2 hardest guys left in the group. That's gonna prove if you're the Super League threat right here. Your thoughts on playing Nam and Brock and what you gotta do to at least try to get a tie, right? Because if you can get a tie on Nam, you got a chance to set yourself up for a week 4. But in reality, a week 5 walk-off moment against Brock. What you gotta do? And thoughts on Chomik to rally back tonight?
Highs aren't gonna cut it, no. But
I think they're good right now for sure. But for you in your week 5 situation with the bye, yeah, you're gonna need a win for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, a win next week because Ghost is really gonna have to start thinking about it. He's really gonna have to start thinking about it. But I mean, right now it's okay. It's not gonna cut it all the way, but you're gonna have to find that win, and have to see if it comes next week.
It's a tough opponent, man. Your thoughts on just that? Just thoughts on Nam overall as a player. Then before we wrap it up, we don't got anything really to wrap up anyway for group standings. No. No, we have access to this match, right?
Huh?
Steven, I think, might have a problem with his Discord because the whole time there's been access to this match. There's no way. I don't know what that's about.
Wait, what's he saying? You can't see this channel?
That makes no sense because I've given access. I think we gave access to everybody before we
Uno tournament player role has it.
Talk to him about it. I don't know. But Ghost, thoughts on
I don't even.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. It's been a weird night. We have AirPods dying, half asleep. One night. But we're just waiting on Ghost's comments. This is a good game. Like I said, I think it's going to come down to, can he find a way in terms of Ghost? Can he find a way to?
No, he's on the bye this week. He's on the bye, so
No,
he had the
yeah,
loss to Chomik, and now he's
he's
coming
he,
back to play you.
he had a little extra time to think about it, basically. Yeah.
I don't know why that is.
We'll deal with it another time. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird. Maybe a Discord. They did update.
What?
What?
Oh, I don't know. That's an off stream. That's off stream shit.
I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about.
I did that again. Anyway,
it's been long. We're just waiting for Ghost to top off. I don't even know.
oh yeah, Steven for some reason.
We'll investigate that later. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen, man, with Ghost. Now, obviously, we don't know. I can't really comment on the other game with Brock because we have to see what Brock will do tomorrow, right? We'll see where he stands, but. Apologies, buddy. I don't know what happened there. That was weird.
Yeah, may have had a permission copied from channel. I don't know. Yeah, I opened it. That is bizarre. I'm gonna have to. I'll check the other after this.
Not a big deal. Not a big deal. But
yeah,
waiting for Ghost here. See how it goes.
see that schedule now. It's all down to Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night special. Looking at the schedule. Going back to Group B to start out to finish off Group B. William Brock Steven, 9-16. Can be a good one. And then Toaster Guy Sam for the rematch for May. 35 cards, biggest comeback in league history. Can Toaster Guy get more revenge on Sanford? And then week 3, the big preview.
That was Sanford's highlight in that series. Everything else sucked.
Yes, indeed. Sanford knows it. He's trying to get the job done. We'll see how it goes. Once again, I think Ghost is going to have a long quote here. Try to figure this one out. I think he had a good night here tonight. Get the 2 points, but I think he's right. He's got to go out there and beat Nam. You get a tie against Nam, then you're going to have to go must win against Brock. You lose to Nam. That's demoralizing, and the sad part is it doesn't get easier, right? Brock is not. He's not to be messed with in this format. We all know Brock in this format is just a stray animal.
Absolutely. See it first on display, 7 tomorrow.
Well, it's going to be a tough battle. Nam coming from his break with only a loss. Yeah, on the record is really looking to fight for a win coming into next, but it's going to be a fight for survival. I don't plan on backing down, son. Got to take things slower, make my moves much more carefully, make sure I cover my mistakes, and hunt down a trophy. Yeah, hunt down a little win there, get a W on the old checkbook. We'll see how it goes. For myself, Short Caesar, one night it's been a long night. It's almost Saturday morning. We're signing off. I'm going to run it back twice. Tomorrow it's Saturday, 7 o'clock, 6:45 coverage begins, and then 8:45 approximately, of course. That could change next stream after these games, but Trev Yoshi, we will see how Yoshi does. Primetime hours. We'll see you then tomorrow. For all of us at Emarino, we're signing off. We'll see you for week 3 for Ghost back on the table, playing his buddy Nam, and Chomik. He'll be back on week 3 as well, playing Steven. Have a good night.